Hi everyone. I have a quick question for you. When's a good time to use links within OneNote? Well, today I'm going to show you a few of those ideas that I have. So stick with me. Hi everyone, I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. I'm so happy that you could join us today. I'm very excited to share with you a number of ways that I like to use links within my planner. So, without further ado, let's jump in and check it out. So here you see in the computer, we are on this month's dashboard, which happens to be for the month of March. And you can see here that, first of all, can I just say how much I love this plants sticker set that I have? I know I've used it last year and I just couldn't help but bring it back because it is one of my favorites. Very calming, very pleasing to me. I like the blues and greens, so I just wanted to share that with you. The stickers are from Pretty Planner Place, and I'll leave a link below so that you can find them if you're interested. Anyway, talking about links today, let's see. The first thing that I wanted to share with you is that I have links here throughout my page that I want to talk to you about. Now, links can be very helpful within a notebook or a planner, especially for me if I have items that are spread out throughout many different planners or many different notebooks in OneNote, okay? So for example, let's start up here with the goals section, and I'll just kind of run through the page and talk to you about where I have the various links at so that you can see them, okay? So right up here under goals, you see that I have a sentence that says Chris Reed graduation quilt plan, and that is a link to my nephew's quilt. Now, I have showed you guys that link before, but I'm going to click on it and show you where that link takes me, so that if I am working on Chris's quilt throughout this particular month, I can go to this page, I can see the design that he wanted, I see the fabric that I bought for it, I can even click up here to an additional link that I have put in and see the exact quilt plan and the exact layout that I need to work on to get this quilt finished. Well, here's the good news. I finished the quilt top this past month, and I am on my way to getting the backing done and then sending it off to the long arm quilter. So I definitely will have this quilt finished in time for graduation. That makes me very happy. Okay, now if you want to get back to the page that you were at, there are a couple ways that you could do that. First of all, if you'll notice on the very top of your ribbon bar up here at the top, next to the little OneNote sign, there is an arrow that says back. If I click the back button, you see that it takes me back to the quilt plan that I had. If I click it one more time, it takes me right back to that dashboard. So it remembers what pages I went to. That's very helpful to me. All right. As I move down my dashboard, the next thing that I wanted to show you is every morning, as part of my morning routine, I go through this process of, as my husband calls it, recording all the numbers. So, and as things progress, those lists of numbers get bigger. So what I did here on this page is I created a series of links that will take me through systematically the pages that I need to do to go to record all of those numbers. First of all, my health and habit tracker. So when I click on the health and habit tracker, you see that it takes me to the health and habit tracker for this particular month. Now, I do have some of this blurred out because there's some personal information on here that I don't particularly want to share with everyone. However, you see across the top that I have places to log how many calories I took in, what medications I've been taking, my weight, my blood sugar, all the things, all the numbers. Anyway, I can put that in here, and every morning I sit down and do that before I have my breakfast. Now, I told you about the back button before. There's also another way that you can get back to the dashboard, and I put a link right here that will take me back to my March dashboard. So if I click on this link, it will take me right back to that March dashboard. Now, the next thing that I have here is my CCL analytics page. Now, CCL is Crystal Clear Life, and my analytics page is in a completely different notebook than my life planner. Okay, so when I click on that, it takes me to a page where I can record all of my statistics. Now, this is like a year at a glance kind of thing from Calendarpedia. Again, I'll have that linked in the description below, but I have a place here for each month that I can record the number of subscribers that I have, how many views, watch time, all that stuff that's important for us YouTube creators. And I know my numbers are small. Here's a segue. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you as part of our community. Not that I try to do this for the money, because I don't think that I'll ever make any money off of YouTube. However, it is kind of interesting to watch those numbers grow. I also have a place here where I can record my Instagram followers. I just started an Instagram page this past month. I'll leave all the link information again in the description below if you would like to follow me on Instagram. And I also have plans to set up a Facebook page. So if you'd like to check me out there, you can as well. All right. Nothing special here, just a place to record my numbers. Back to my dashboard. The next thing that I have here, again, which is in a completely different notebook, is my 365-day book challenge. So when I click on that, you can see that it takes me to the page that I set up earlier this year, which is a place for me to record everything that I'm reading. I have a goal of reading or learning something new every day, and this is how I'm tracking it. So you can see here that I have been busy reading all kinds of books and all kinds of articles, and I enjoy keeping track of those in this location. Back to our dashboard. I also have goals for 2022. So when I click on that, that takes me, again, it's in this particular planner, so it's in this notebook, but it's a lot faster to find it if I just click on that goals link. This shows me all of my brainstorming for what my goals were, my Compass Life assessment that I did, and this table spreadsheet that I set up for tracking my goals. I have an entire video on this. If you'd like to learn more about how I did my goals, I'll put the link to that video up above so that you can check that out. Kind of interesting. I've been doing well with my goals, and hopefully at the end of this quarter I would like to do a follow-up to let you guys know how this is working. All right, back to our monthly dashboard. So I've covered all of the links that I have on the left-hand side of my page. I'm going to jump over to my currently section, and maybe you're wondering, well, how do you put these links in there? I don't understand how to do that. Have no fear. I'll show you. Okay, so up here in my currently section, I am currently reading a book called Reckless Love, and that's for our church's Bible study. And I've created, of course, one of my book review pages for that. And so I want to show you how to link that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the words Reckless Love. Okay, I'm going to go up here to my Insert menu, and there's a place where I can insert a link. When I click on that, it brings up this little dialog box, and it says I can either put a web page address here or a file location address, or I can simply choose another page from my OneNote notebook. Well, I know that Reckless Love and all my book stuff is in my new book journal, Crystal's Book Journal, which I did a video on a couple weeks ago. I'll link it up above if you want to check it out. I feel like I'm doing all these shameless advertisements. I apologize. In my new section, I have down here at the bottom a book page called Reckless Love. I'll say OK. That's where I want that to link to. And now you see that it's underlined, and when I hover over it, it shows me there's a link there. Let's go check it out. Here's the page that I have set up for Reckless Love. There's the title of the book, all of the pertinent information about the author and the publication date and all of that. I've set up my note taking. I even have a little post-it note over here with all of my Bible study appointment dates. So I'm good to go. All right, let's use that back button to get back to our dashboard. Let's see, moving on down, I have some things set up in my garden section. So if you see down here in March in the Garden, I have a place where I want to prune my roses. Now, not only can I link to a specific page in OneNote, I can link to a specific paragraph. Let me click on roses and show you how that works. When I click on roses, you see it brings me right here to this page, to this paragraph about how to prune roses, okay? The way that you do that is you go over here to this paragraph and you say, copy link to paragraph, okay? When you do that, that link then gets copied. You can go back to your other page, add it to your link, and you're good to go. All right, moving on. If you look here at in the garden where I have spirea, how to prune that. When I click on that, it takes me to my spirea page in my garden journal notebook. So again, a completely different notebook. I have a picture of the spireas that I have planted in my yard, and I have information here about how to prune them. Very handy. It's almost like a Wikipedia page, you know, where you can get around very quickly, okay? Same here for the beautyberry bush. It's wonderful. All the way at the bottom, you also see that I have some links for how to plant garlic and spinach, and that takes us to a YouTube video, which I think is great. So you can see, especially if your pages that you're going to are in different notebooks or far away from where you are working in, maybe in your planner, it's a great idea to add links. Now, somewhere that I do not add links, and this is just a personal preference on my part, I do not put a link up here for January, February, March, because I have these links for the different sections built into my planner in OneNote. I don't need to link those things, and I have all of my pages with all of my weeks laid out here on the side, so I don't need to link those things either. I just need to link those things that are a little bit harder to find. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Some wonderful ways to add links. There are other things that are important for adding links for. I'll do those in another video, so stay tuned for those. And so that's really it for me today. Adding links is a wonderful way to help you navigate all of your notebooks within OneNote. So here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. All right, until next time. Okay, bye. P.S. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it.